What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the brother LB, the sports and political channel of LB. He's the first one I saw announcing this, and that is that WWE superstar, Hall of Famer Triple H announced on ESPN First Take, of all places, that he has retired from wrestling. I believe his last match was sometime in 2019, both sanctioned and unsanctioned. His last matches were back in 2019. This is, of course, before we went through the outbreak. All right. So, I mean, Triple H has been wrestling for quite some time. I believe he started his career off, might have been in the very, very late 80s, early 90s. He did have a stint in WCW. When he first started wrestling in WWE, back when it was WWF, I believe he went by Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He then changed it to Triple H and changed his gimmick up, changed his whole persona up, and became one of the most successful wrestlers in the history of the sport. I think he's somewhere around top five. If you ask my opinion, he's one of the greatest villains ever. Although there have been times when he has turned face or anti-hero. Anti-hero, I guess it would be his stint with Shawn Michaels when they were De-Evolution. I think that's what they went by. I think that's what they went by. And they were sort of like WWE's answer to NWO, but somewhat more comical, and more like anti-hero rather than villain. But apparently, what spurred his decision to retire, it was a bout with viral pneumonia. At least I think it was viral pneumonia. His wife, who is Stephanie McMahon, who is, of course, the daughter of Vince McMahon, noticed that he was coughing up blood. He went to the hospital. The doctors informed him that he had fluid around his heart and in his lungs, and his heart was only functioning at a fraction of his normal capacity, and he had to have surgery, a defibrillator implanted in his chest. Uh, that was the death knell to his career. So he would not wrestle again. So if there's any speculation as to whether he would return to the ring, he answered it. He said no. So I think sometimes these guys do change their minds, but I think considering the type of surgery he had, the gravity of the situation, I think he's probably 100% telling the truth when he says his last days wrestling are over. Not that he'll never again be attached to wrestling, because he's a performer. He'll still probably be involved in wrestling all the way until his old age. But tell me what you guys think about this.